Well, welcome again.
Yes.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, indeed. Nice to see you.
Well, some things have happened since I had the operation.
Wait. What's the title of the podcast?
Oh, this is a continuation of the last podcast that we
Yeah.
had having to do with my heart valve operation. There were some things that I hadn't addressed that I think I should for the people that are interested in it. Anyway, the thing is, I guess I thought, I don't know why, but I thought that it was all over after I had the operation. I figured I'd have a checkup and that would be it.
Yeah.
Not so. Evidently, I had to have several things. Let's see, I have them listed here. I had my checkup,
Uh huh.
which came a while after, and I also had a ultrasound of my heart, which turned out good.
An ultrasound.
Yeah, the ultrasound is what they put this jelly stuff on you, and then they run all these tubes on you.
Yeah, I know what an ultrasound is when a person's pregnant. But your
Well,
heart is not
that's
pregnant.
certainly not my problem. That's for sure. I did that a long, long time ago.
But they did an ultrasound of your heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they do that so they can see what kind of condition it's in to make sure that it's in rhythm and make sure it's pumping hard enough and properly. Um, I guess those are the only reasons that I can think of. But anyway, once I had that, then the last thing I just had was my stress test. So what they did is they put me on a treadmill and they told me to start walking. And after about 2 or 3 minutes, they said we're going to have it go uphill. And I continued with that. And then that went on for 3 or 4 minutes. And they said, well, we're going uphill. I said, again? And I'm like at an angle like this. And then they put me at an angle like this. And I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm going, I don't think I can do this much longer. I said, I think I'd better quit. And they said, no, you're doing fine. So I went for another minute or two. And I said, now I know I have to quit. I said, I'm not a youngster anymore. So anyway, they put me on that. They found out I did very well on that. At least that's what they said. I don't know if
Yeah.
they lied to me or not, but anyway, no matter. So those are the things that they put you through here after you have your operation. And I did not know that. And now I have to go to cardiac rehab. And that starts next week. Now it's been 2 months since I've had my operation. And yeah, what's this coming up on March? So February, yeah, at least 2 months, going on 3.
Yeah.
And they want me to go 3 times a week for 12 weeks. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a hell of a commitment. I'm not sure I
Yeah.
want to do it. But that's what they require.
When you do go, what are you doing though?
Well, according to him, I'll have somebody, a trainer,
Yeah.
with me. I'll have somebody with me. And I imagine I will have the treadmill. And I imagine that I will be walking on a track.
Yeah.
You know, things like this to test my heart. But other than that, I really don't know.
Is it basically they're just wanting you to get more exercise, or they really putting the test to your heart?
I think it's a combination
Of
of
both,
both.
okay.
Yeah, they're building me back up from the operation is what
Yeah.
they're trying to do. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that the people understand that that is a part of the rehabilitation.
Yeah.
So I did not know that. I was not thrilled when I was told I was going to have to go to rehab.
You didn't know you're getting the homework.
Yeah, I know. That's like getting homework is right. I didn't like that at all. But anyway, so we'll see how it goes. And they told me I could do it twice a week, I think, for 17 or 20 weeks.
Yeah.
Or I could do it 3 times a week for 12 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, my God, that's enough of a long time. I'm
Yeah.
not sure I really want to do that. So when I went today, I was supposed to go and have the handout. Well, I left my phone at home by accident. this was the second day I've done that, so I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe the rehab is not such a bad idea to test my memory and make sure it's still working, because that seems to be where I'm failing, is my memory more than anywhere else. By the way, all my tests came out great.
Yeah.
So I go to rehab this morning, and while I'm there, I realize that my phone is not with me. I'm going, what the heck did I do with my phone? So I decided I'd come home and get my phone. And of course now I have no phone to make a phone call with. I had to bother them at the rehab center. And I had this phone number that I had in my purse because I can't remember any number. And I finally got a hold of my person that I used to travel with, to go back and forth. There's a bus line that we have here in our area that takes you to rehab, hospital, wherever you want to go. So I went ahead and told the bus driver that I needed to get a ride back home, that I forgot my phone. So they said, okay. And when I got back home, I'm going,
nope,
I don't want to go. I'm not going to go.
That was enough exercise for you that day.
Well, I had to call them and let them know I wasn't coming back. So consequently, in doing so, they called me back this afternoon.
Yeah.
And said, when do you want to come in to get started? I'm thinking, boy, you're persistent. I'm going, well, I don't know. What do you have available? Well, we have next Wednesday available, and at 10:30. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, why did I make that commitment? But anyway, so I have to go back Wednesday at 10:30 so that I can get started. So I figured, oh, what the heck, they're not going to let me go until I start, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted everybody to know that there was more to it than just going in and having the operation and walking away. It just doesn't happen that way. As a matter of fact, I have a friend that they had the same type of operation, only it wasn't the same valve. There's two different valves in the heart. One's the arterial and the other one is the mitral. And they're a little bit different from one another. But I had the arterial and then they had the mitral. And come to find out, for whatever reason, I don't know, which I find a little disturbing, is their heart is racing out of control.
Oh, wow.
It is racing up and it's out of sync. It's not pumping properly. So they have to go back in and they have to run some more tests on them. And they also want to know, I think they're going to try to race the heart up real fast so they can try to get it to go back and do
in sync,
sync like it's supposed to be. But I'm thinking to myself, you know, that could have happened to me. I didn't even think about that. I figured, you know, if it's fixed, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't.
Well, so let's say, for example, the do's and don'ts. Let's say, for example, if you don't go to rehab, you know, you still get exercise, am I right? Or do you get out and walk around and do you...
Yeah, I do, because if I stay busy and I go and I have different meetings that I have to go to, of organizations that I belong to.
Yeah.
And I get exercise that way, and going shopping and whatever, you know, grocery shopping. I do all my own grocery shopping.
Yeah.
A lot of
they
people,
just don't want you to sit at home and do nothing, I guess. Maybe?
That is precisely what they don't want you to do.
So they want the heart to, you know, pump as much as possible.
I mean, let's face it, that's the only thing you've got to keep you alive.
Yeah,
So, consequently, I think the program is very good. I think it's excellent. As a matter of fact, they have one of the best heart programs here in town that is noted nationwide.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a good hospital here, the one that I went to.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad I did, but I didn't know anything about... I knew I had a good cardiologist, and I knew I had a good heart doctor, and I knew I had a good team.
Yeah.
And they were all really right there and on everything, explained everything to me that they were going to do. And
You did your research and got the right doctor.
yeah, and that's really where it's at. If you can do your research and find out about the doctors, what kind of reputation that they have acquired, and if they're able to accommodate you, if they sit there and explain everything to you, that's
Yeah.
vitally important. Because so many people, they'll go into a doctor, they'll sit there, and the doctor says, well, what seems to be the problem? Well, my heart's not pumping, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's the way people react. They expect the doctor to do miracles with them, but the doctor can't do anything unless he finds out from you
Yeah.
what's wrong. And I'm amazed at the number of people that I have met.
They don't know and they can't describe what's
They
going
they
on.
don't bother. They expect the doctor to do miracles. Hey, I'm here, so fix me. It's like a broken shoe or something. I can't walk on it anymore, but
Yeah.
I'm going to expect the shoe repairman to take care of it.
Yeah.
I'll just take it in. I don't need to tell him what's wrong. I'll just let him figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's what they do with their body. And I'm amazed because it's so important for you to do your part in order to get done what needs to be done to keep your health.
Yeah.
And another thing, I'm going to be going into nutrition, and I've just acquired a book on ancient healing recipes for herbs and whatnot. And I consider that to be vitally important. For example, I need to have a lot of iron because I'm iron deficient because of this red blood cell disease that I have.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you call it condition anyway. So I'm always looking for anything to build my body up. It's important because I have to go in for these shots every 3 weeks to keep the body from deteriorating.
Yeah.
And that's on top of this other heart thing that I had. Anyway, so I found this book and I decided I think I wanted it because it's all ancient recipes
Yeah.
for healing. Come to find out, I was not aware that a lot of these cures that they have today come from these herbs and whatnot that they have in ancient times. The only difference is they'll take the one ingredient that works the best, and that's the ingredient that they go with to make the pills and whatnot from. And it's not complete. All it does is just maintain us.
Yeah.
It does not cure us necessarily. Even aspirin,
Really?
the ingredients in aspirin will just maintain us. It doesn't actually heal us. It makes us feel better,
Yeah.
but it doesn't actually heal us. And these are things that I'm learning about now.
Yeah.
And I want to pass along to the people because they really need to know.
I know you're a healthy eater. Have you always been a healthy eater? Or is that recently because of the heart?
Well, let me tell you, I started off at the age of 9 with rheumatic fever.
Yeah.
And from there, I had the heart murmur.
Yeah.
So I've had the heart murmur since I was 9 years old. And this past year, when I turned 83, is when they decided they needed to do something about it. So I'm thinking to myself, from the age of 9 until 83, look at how many years that I went with this heart murmur. I played racquetball. I played tennis.
Yeah.
I've done all this exercise and whatnot all my life. But when I was a lot younger, until I was 43, I smoked.
Oh, really? I did not know that about you.
See, there's a lot you don't know about me yet. I was a smoker. I did drink alcohol, and I was a party girl.
Yeah.
And then I got married, and I had my children, and I hit my early 40s, and I always knew I was supposed to quit smoking, but I kept trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? Because so many people have tried and failed.
Yeah.
And I asked my husband at that time, I said, are you going to quit smoking? He goes, no, I'm going fine. So when I quit, you're going to have to either smoke outside if it's nice, or in the garage if it's not nice.
Yeah.
You can't smoke in the house anymore. At all.
Huh. He listened.
He didn't have any choice. What are you talking about? So anyway, so I spent several weeks, at least 3 or 4 or better, and I was fighting all that time to quit smoking because I took everything that I had, my ashtrays, my pipes, everything that I used to smoke with, I piled it all up in a closet. And I said, I'm done. I have to do this, and I have to do it now. Because if I don't do it now, I might as well kiss my butt goodbye.
And at what age were you then that you quit smoking?
43.
43.
And I started when I was 13.
13. 13?
13. I had a 16-year-old friend that started me. God bless her. Anyway, so, yeah, I decided I quit, and I thought, I've got to do something to make sure that I don't go back. Because I can't fail at this.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I refuse to do, is fail at anything that I really try. If I can't do it once, I'm going to do it again. And this one, I've heard so many people said they've tried to quit smoking, and they quit for a while, but they always go back to it. So I thought, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I've got to find a way not to do it. Come to find out, there is a way that you can. You have to keep your hands busy.
Is that what it is?
Because if you don't keep your hands busy, you automatically, you're going to want to go back and smoke, because that's what you do. You're always keeping your hand busy. So I played solitaire with a deck of cards. I never played so much solitaire in my life as I did those few months. No matter what I was doing in the house, if I had the urge to smoke, I would sit down and play solitaire.
Yeah.
And then it would go away. I'd get up and do some more work. And if it happened again, it could happen 20 times a day. Some days it was only a dozen times. But most of the time it was a lot longer. And I would just sit down and play a game of solitaire. The kids would come home from school, and there I'd be.
Playing solitaire.
Playing solitaire.
Well, do you have any hobbies? You know, other than solitaire, did you knit? Did you do
I
anything else?
crocheted.
Crochet?
I did that for years. I can't do it now because I've got this spur here I need to take care of. Yeah, that was back in the days when I played racquetball and played tennis and did a lot of exercise and all. Even with the smoking, I did that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I had not changed my diet that much. I was eating a lot more red meat than what I do now. And I had what they call a TIA, which is a transemic attack. It's called a TIA, where the heart has a small stroke. Or not the heart, but they have a small stroke. And for about 20 minutes, this whole side was completely paralyzed. I'm laying in bed, and I'm trying to turn over, and I can't. It's like a pound of lead on my body.
Really?
You can't move. If you have a stroke or anything, that's where you stay. You cannot move. And that's something else I did not know. I got self-educated with.
Excuse me. Uh-huh.
And I woke up my husband at that time, and he called the paramedics. By the time they got there, it was gone. It only lasted 20 minutes because it was that small. So I thought, I need to change my diet, because I knew eating a lot of red meat was not good for you.
Yeah.
So, and he loved red meat. So anyway, I quit, and I set up a diet for myself.
Yeah.
And I started reading about food. I started reading about how the grocery stores, everything that's on the perimeter is something that the people usually buy. You can go to the fresh vegetable section. They have that there, but it's all in one section. But the canned goods and all that people buy so much of are all up and down the aisles. And the way the stores have it arranged, they have it arranged so that people will be going there to pick up their stuff. Well, one thing I want to reiterate to people, I don't eat corn of any shape, size, or
Really?
whatever.
What's wrong with corn?
It's cardiogenic.
Okay.
It can be cardiogenic. Um, it's a grain, and most grains are not good for you,
Okay.
believe it or not. I don't eat cereal in the morning anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I quit doing that years ago. I eat whatever's left over in my refrigerator from the night before, a meal. Or I might make a salad.
For breakfast?
Sure. Don't you know that years ago that they did not have breakfast foods?
Really?
Yeah. The early 1900s is when it switched over to eggs and bacon and all that for breakfast. Before that, they always ate what was left over from the night before.
Okay.
Didn't know that, did
No.
you? Yeah, see? Stick with me, kid, and you'll learn something.
Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. I personally love breakfast, but I'm
What do you eat for breakfast?
mostly eggs, bacon, and some type of bread.
Okay.
I like bagels. I like biscuits,
Mhm.
whatever. I love making scrambled eggs, but I rarely. Okay, I you said you don't eat cereal. I do cereal probably once a week. Once
Well,
a
that's
week.
not too bad. But the fact that you have some kind of a grain with your meal every day, that's
Yeah.
not a good idea. But
So
unless you eat real small amounts. I mean, I eat grain, but I just don't eat a lot of it. I eat rye bread instead of white or wheat.
I do honey wheat.
Mm,
No good.
mm-mm.
Why?
Because of the wheat.
Wheat is no good for you.
No, it's not really. It's not
So
really
white
good.
is better than wheat, or you just say
No,
they're both
neither.
bad?
Both are bad.
Okay.
I'll eat rye
Yeah.
or, yeah, rye is the bread that I usually eat, if I eat any at all. And I don't eat it for breakfast. I usually have a small loaf like this, or a half loaf, and then I make a half sandwich out of it. And
Yeah.
then I add whatever I want to that. I eat a lot of fruit and a lot of vegetables. I eat fresh vegetables as opposed to canned. I don't touch canned foods per se,
Yeah.
hardly at all. I might have baked beans once in a while. Beans are good for you,
Beans are good for you.
very good for you. Excuse me, but I can't understand why people. I'll sit there and talk to them, and I'll tell them all this. Really, they go, no kidding. Then they go home and have it anyway.
The fact that we're talking about breakfast, I want to go home and make some
See?
breakfast.
I might eat eggs once a week,
Yeah.
and I usually eat them for dinner, not for breakfast.
For dinner.
Yeah, I like eggs for dinner.
Interesting.
I have them scrambled or whatever, and once a week is enough
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what else. I'm trying to learn how to take the ancient foods today and eat as much of the fresh fruit and vegetables that I possibly can. Like I have one orange every single morning for breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, every day I have an orange. I cut it in fourths, and then I'll sit here and watch the morning news and have that for breakfast. I do have 1 cup of coffee a day.
Oh yeah.
One.
Is that good for you? Or not good for you?
It's okay, but if you drink it all day, it's not great for you. But it also depends on whether you add anything to it or not, which I do. And what I add to it is not healthy, but it's okay.
What do you add to it?
The creamer.
Creams. Okay.
Yeah,
Powder or liquid?
liquid,
Okay.
never powder. No powder, anything.
I don't add sugar to mine, but I will do French vanilla. Well, I like different,
I
creams.
add the peppermint mocha
Yeah.
to mine, but I have like one a day. That's it. I don't have any more.
1 cup a day?
Yeah.
Okay. I do coffee maybe 2 to 3 times a week, but it's a big glass. But yeah, instead of
And mine is like
yeah,
the
the
size
small,
of that cup, maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
That's it. And if I drink soda, I don't drink anything dark. I used to be a Cokeaholic.
Oh yeah.
I quit that altogether, too. I had to.
I've quit Coke unless I go out to a bar, have Crown and Coke or some type of whiskey and Coke. But at home is nothing but straight water. Now,
That's good.
like I said, when I get sick, I try to do some juices. But everybody's like, "Oh, it's sugar and juice." Well, I like juice when I'm sick. Juice and Sprite, I will put that together, and that's
I
kind of
mean,
what
the juice that you picked, though,
no sugar added.
okay, that's okay. Um, Here I've got a list. All processed foods such as hot dogs, luncheon meats, sausages, white or milk chocolate, any meats pre-packed by product, all foods pre-packed such as meals or of the like. Not good for you.
Huh.
No prepared pastries, no corn at all. Little to no dairy, used sparingly. Heavy spicy foods. Can eat out but no fast food. No McDonald's anymore.
Well, see, I'm not really a McDonald's person, and I don't really do that many burgers. I love chicken. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I don't care how you do chicken. If you broil it, cook it, bake it, stir fry it.
Well, that's good
Chicken
for you.
is always great for me.
Yeah, that's good.
So I do a lot of chicken. And I'm not saying I don't eat a burger, but it's very, very rare. Maybe 2 times a month.
Do you like bananas?
No.
Oh, good. You have no idea how lucky you are that you
Why?
don't.
Bananas are bad for you?
Yes.
Really?
When they turn yellow, they're pure sugar.
Bananas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like bananas, coconuts, and onions.
You don't like onions?
Okay, if you
If you cook it in something, it's okay.
yeah, if you dice it really small, I don't mind the flavor of an onion, but it's something about the texture of an onion. Like if you do a fried onion ring or whatever, I don't like that. It's just the
Well, that's
texture.
not good for you anyway if it's fried.
Yeah, but it's the texture of an onion I don't like. But if you dice it really small and I can't taste that, well, not taste it, but can't taste the
You don't
texture.
have the consistency of it.
Yeah, so then I'll tolerate an onion, but just
Cool.
onions, I can't do it.
By the way, is this my best side? Just thought I'd ask.
Are you getting used to being on camera now?
Oh, I'm always used to being on camera. What are you talking about? Give me an audience and I'm there.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, I do a lot of water because I don't drink anything else.
Water is good for you. I have water in front of me at all times,
Yeah,
which is something, if I reach for something to drink, it's there for me, like I have it right there.
yeah.
And then especially at night, because I get up in the middle of the night. God, do I get up in the middle of the night. I'm awake for at least an hour or two every night, anytime between 11 and 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm wide awake. I get up and go to the bathroom. When I get back, I'm like, wide awake. Everything's off, everything's dark. But I'm like,
yeah. What do I do now?
all right, what do I do now? I can sit here and twiddle my thumbs. No, I don't want to do that. So I said, you know what? I'm retired. I don't have to work.
Yeah.
The hell with it. I turn on the TV and I watch it for an
There
hour
you
or
go.
so.
Yeah.
Then I finally get sleepy and I turn it off, and then I wake up anywhere from 6 something in the morning to 7 something. The other morning I woke up, it was almost 9 o'clock. Rarity for me anymore. And a friend of mine called and they said, why did you take so long to answer the phone? I said, because I was asleep, that's why. And they said, well, you usually wake up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, yeah, but today I didn't. And that would be the day that you picked to call me. So,
Yeah, I don't like my sleep schedule because okay, here's the thing. At night, when everybody else is asleep, that's when I get a lot of my projects done. So when everybody else is asleep, I can, clean the house. I can work on computers. I do my projects. But then when everybody's up, then that's when they want to call me and keep me up. So yeah, I don't have a good set sleep schedule.
I guess you don't.
No.
Wow.
So I take a lot of naps, which I don't like that I do that. But I set a little alarm and said, all right, I got to get up in an hour. And I'll take a little nap, get up in an hour, and I'll go back to doing something.
Do you get up when your alarm goes off?
Well, after 4 of them go off.
See, I can take a nap in the afternoon and I can wake. I can't take 15, 20-minute naps.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't make any sense, but that's me. With me, it's an hour or two.
It has to be an hour, at least an hour and a half.
I have to have at least an hour or two nap. I guess you wouldn't call them a nap. Kind of a long time, isn't it?
It's a mini coma.
Yeah.
But no, like it's normal for me to be up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sometime pushing at 3, because I can get my work done. So then I go to sleep. Now 9, 10, 11 o'clock, people are bugging me. Hey, I need this done.
I can imagine.
I'm like, what? I just went to sleep. But anyway, yeah, my sleep schedule is not good.
Wow. So anyway, I have a whole list of things here. Actually, the list that I have of things that you can eat, it's really quite long. It's a full page of stuff that you can eat.
I'm trying to think of other stuff. And, everything else I kind of snack on, and I don't really feel like it's a full meal.
Like, what do you snack on?
Oh, peanut butter crackers.
Ooh.
Is that not good either? Is everything I do?
Well, the crackers are not the greatest for you, but...
Let's see.
And listen, peanut butter and crackers, you buy them that way?
Yeah.
That's processed food.
So again, that's not good.
That's right. Anything that's been processed, that all you have to do is pick out of the store and eat, it's not good for you.
Yeah.
Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits are the best. If you want to snack on something, get an apple, get an orange,
Okay, let me ask you a silly question.
Okay.
I do love apples, but I am lazy that I buy the pre-cut apples. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Not everything's poison.
Because I used to buy them all the time. I haven't bought them in maybe probably a month, but I love eating apples. I just, man, to cut up an apple and just slice it up and mess up dishes. No, give me a pre-cut apple.
Ah, that's fine.
And just let me eat slices.
That's fine. As long as they're fresh.
Yeah.
But not preserved and
No,
stuff.
no. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But anyway.
I love pineapples.
Pineapple's good.
Fresh pineapples.
Yeah. What else do you like?
I like a lot of fruit. I don't know.
Do you like raspberries, blackberries,
okay,
blueberries?
Yeah, but a lot of times with the berries, I have to have it mixed with something.
Really?
And I heard, okay, here's another thing I heard, which I didn't know this. Yogurt is full with a lot of sugar.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know that because I used to get raspberries and stuff like that and put it in yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they say yogurt's full of sugar.
Yes, it is. It's not good for you either. There's some brands that you can get that are more natural.
But do you just eat raspberries and I used to eat cranberries.
Cranberries
or like
are good.
raisins?
Raisins are very good for you.
Yeah.
And nuts are very good for
See,
you.
I can't do nuts.
Can? Why not?
I like peanuts.
Okay.
Okay, let me give you a story, and I haven't tested this out. I went to a guy who fixes computer all the time. He used to always want to fix me food, which sometimes I'd say yes, and sometimes I'd say no, thank you. But he made me his own granola bar, and he wasn't trying to poison me, but it had a lot of nuts in it.
Oh.
Now again, I know I eat peanuts, and peanuts never bothered me. But I ate something where in that bar it was some type of nut that I must be allergic to, because everything closed up and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had to take Benadryl. So I don't know what it was in there. I was like, nope, I got to stay away from nuts. I don't know if it was a walnut or it was an almond. I don't know what it was.
Hard to say.
I must have been allergic to it.
Too bad you didn't find out what kind of nuts that you were eating.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I was trying to think what they usually have. I thought they usually had peanuts.
And it was a nice granola bar that tasted great. It had a little caramel in it, and I know peanuts were in it, but it was a nice, granola bar that he made. But what was in there, I just couldn't tell you.
Wow.
Because, I've eaten sunflower seeds. It's not really a nut. That's a seed.
Those are good for you.
Yeah, but still, again, I just have never really eaten nuts beyond peanuts.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. It just depends on what kind of habits you develop as you get older, But Sweet potatoes are preferred over white, but both are okay.
I love broccoli.
Broccoli is excellent for you. Do you steam it?
I love steaming it.
There you go. I always have that whenever I go out to dinner or anything. I love going to the Longhorn.
Yeah.
Thank you, Longhorn. Give me a free meal, okay? But
You know, one thing I've wanted to try is they have what's called cauliflower crust pizza, and I've always wanted to try it. I haven't tried it yet.
who has that? Somebody is making
I
that.
know it's in the stores, like going to grocery
But I mean,
store.
it seems like no. I guess they're not doing that.
I'm nervous to buy a pizza, and then I don't like it, then I'm wasting a full pizza.
Oh,
So I would like to try it like somebody else has it. All right, let me try a slice, then I may go buy one.
yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Because I feel like I love way too much bread, and pizza, of course, is bread. So if I can eliminate more bread out of my system,
there's a lot of dough.
yeah. So bread, I just bought pizza yesterday, but bread and bread, beer, and potatoes are another three that I know that are definitely putting on my pounds.
My go-to treat that is not supposed to be that good for me
Yeah,
are potato chips.
yeah. Oh, potato chips.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
are
the
corn
only
chips
thing
better?
that I eat. That's not corn.
Okay, so
I don't eat
No.
popcorn.
you don't eat popcorn?
No.
Oh, I'm
That's corn.
that's my weakness. Everybody who knows me knows I love popcorn. And don't let me go to a movie theater. I'll buy my own bucket.
Good Lord.
I've had people say, "Oh, we can share a bucket." I said, "No,
No.
I want my own bucket."
You're on your own.
Yep, exactly. I love popcorn.
Oh my goodness. I do eat a lot of shrimp. Now
I love shrimp.
I've since learned I buy it fresh in the stores.
Yeah,
And
I almost bought some yesterday.
It's cooked, but you know those little packages that you can get
Yeah,
for $5 or $10.
yeah,
Well, those are cooked. You can eat those, and they have the red sauce in the
Yeah.
middle of them.
yeah.
You can buy those and eat those for a meal, and they're excellent for you. I've been doing that most of the time, and my last checkup that I had, all my vitals were perfect.
So yeah, I almost bought some yesterday. I love it when they do the Cajun style. You ever have the Cajun style shrimp?
No, I don't eat that, but I'm from the north, and I'm used to having everything just fresh.
Fresh, yeah.
Yeah, lobster
Yeah.
and crab and shrimp and all that. Straight from the sea.
Yeah.
Cook it and steam it and eat it.
Is imitation crab good for you?
Ooh,
No?
no. Imitation anything
I've-
is not good for
I've
you.
eaten it, but at the same time, just the word imitation it bothers me.
Well,
So,
it should.
Yeah, it's like, why can't I have the real thing? I just want the real thing.
Because the real thing is so much more
It's
expensive.
yeah.
That's why. And anything that the manufacturers can come up with that they think the idiot public's
would-
going to buy, they will make. That's why you see all this junk food in every aisle that you go up and down in. I go up and down the aisles and I look at everything and I watch people that they buy package this and package that and package something else.
Yeah.
And I stand there and I look. One lady happened to look up at me when I was looking at her basket. And she said, "Is there something that you're looking for, ma'am?" I'm going, "No, I was just looking to see what you were buying." She said, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "Because I am so conscious of what I buy for myself." So she started looking at my basket. She goes, "Oh, wow, you buy a lot of fresh stuff, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, that's what I eat."
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, I guess that's not too bad for being 55 or 60. I'm going, "Lady, I'm in my early 80s. She looked at me and her eyes got big like saucers, like, "You got to be kidding. You can't be." I said, "I am. You want to see my ID?" She was stunned. She couldn't believe it.
That's awesome.
So she said, "You know what? Maybe you got something there." I said, "I know I do." I said, "I know it'll be hard for your family to cut out everything, but cut out as much as you can,
Yeah.
because you'll find that the family will be healthier. You won't have to run to the doctor so much, and as you get older, you'll feel better." I said, "Look at me. I'm in my early 80s, and I'm still going strong. She said, wow, you have something there. So I might have convinced her. I don't know, but I hope I did.
Oh, my goodness.
It would be great, I'm sure. But anyway, there's some things on this list that I don't really eat. Oh, that's one thing I don't use a lot of, and that's butter.
Oh, really?
I use olive oil.
Olive oil.
I cook my eggs in olive oil.
Interesting.
On the skillet.
Is there any flavor to olive oil? Or can you get a flavored olive oil? You don't know.
Yeah, you can, but it's added. The olive oil itself is, it has to me, it has a pleasant scent to it. To me, it just brings out the scent of the item that you're cooking.
Yeah.
Is the way I look at it. I add it to anything that, like the eggs, if I want to cook them in the pan, I'll use it with olive oil. Or if I'm cooking something else, I use olive oil. I don't use butter.
Huh.
If you want to cook a steak on the grill or whatever, I slather it with olive oil instead of butter.
Yeah.
It's better for you. It's more absorbable, and it's much healthier.
Gotcha. I'm going to write that one down.
Have you learned anything today?
Yes, a lot.
Oh.
That I'm eating everything is wrong.
If it's prepackaged, it's wrong. That's all you need to remember.
Okay, we've gone past our 30 minutes and the time flies by.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to stop the episode and then we want to do another one?
Sure.
Okay.
We can continue on. I can list all the things here that are good to eat and other little episodes and stuff like that.
The podcast is called Inner Senior Moments.
Yes.
With Gail and Monty.
Yes. It certainly is. And I like this arrangement too.
Yeah.
It's better than the last time. I feel like sitting here having a conversation with you is going to go a lot further.
Oh yeah. More natural, more comfortable.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
We've got our little sign, so we're legit.
That is nice. But anyway, thank you everybody. It's been great. We'll see you for another episode.
I'm sorry I didn't look at you straight in the face.
No, this is your camera
that's
over here.
okay.
This is yours.
Oh,
that
hello.
was mine. This is yours.
Oh, so I did.
Yeah, you look in that direction. You
Oh,
looked
good.
at
You
me.
can edit that out. Or leave it in for a laugh. I don't care.
All right, that's it.